So, my dear parishioners, today I would like to tell you a little about myself, about my priesthood, why I am a priest, and also what is most important about Holy Week and today's day, Holy Thursday. So maybe let's start with the terminology, the name Holy Week. I would like that also you will know that in different countries this week has a little different name. Like in Poland, my family country, we call this week not Holy Week, but Wielki Tydzień, which means the big week, which symbolizes that it's the biggest week in entire year. We call Holy Week, which means that it is the holiest week in this year. Every year, Holy Week is this holiest time. Also, why? We are beginning this Holy Week on Sunday, which we call Palm Sunday or the Lord's Passion Sunday. That Jesus is coming to Jerusalem. First, we need to remember that it was Jesus' free decision to come to Jerusalem this time, and he knew why he's coming there. Not just to celebrate the Passover with his disciples, but he knew that he will be betrayed. He knew that he will be really, really alone, and also that he will be killed, crucified. He had a choice. He could tell, no, it is too much. But he did it for us, for you and me, because he loves us. And he also means not just Jesus as a human, but Jesus as a God. God's love is unconditional love. God sent his only begotten Son to give a life for us, to save us. What we can give more to others, for others, than our life? Maybe this cup of coffee? Yes, we could, but it is just coffee. But if I will give a life for someone, it is really the richest gift which we can offer. So Jesus, exactly, he did for us. First, he suffered. We know when during his 3 years teaching, he was a physician, as a doctor. He healed, so he was a healer. Still he is a healer, because not once we can hear about miracles. Jesus performed miracles 2,000 years ago. He did miracles 2,000 years ago. And every day, still, he's doing it for us. But he needs to see our faith. He needs to see that we believe him. And the most important, that we are trusting him. These parishioners who are listening to me a little more often, and most time during homilies when I'm celebrating daily Mass, will know that always I am telling that love without trusting is almost impossible. If I trust fully, I can love fully. So now first we need to see what Jesus did for us. First, he came to Jerusalem. And he knew that soon he will be judged. So can we tell that he was just happy? Oh, I believe that he was happy, but also I know that he was afraid. Why we know that he was afraid? Remember Olive Garden, when he cried, when he asked, Jesus, if it is possible, move this chalice from me. But then he says, not my will, just your will be done. How often our will is most important? Every day, minimum once a day, I hope so, we pray the Lord's Prayer and we are telling about your will be done, but how often we are just telling words? How often this prayer is like, la 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 la. We love to talk. Very often when we have confession and I am giving people some penance, I am asking people, please pray the Our Father. Then I hear, Father, how many times? And I am telling, just once. Oh, Father, once is not enough. I said, do you think that God will listen more your 10 Our Fathers without attention, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be done? Or when you will sit the best, you will kneel, and this prayer will be like a song from your heart, that you will give your fully attention to pray, to think about each word. And then I hear, you know, Father, you are right. Just once, it's really enough. Exactly. I don't want to tell that if we pray 5 Hail Marys or 10 Holy Rosaries, it is worse than to pray just once some prayer. No, absolutely not. So I would like that you will understand me well. But important is how we pray. Because prayer, it is conversation with God. Not just monologue. Jesus, have a seat, I would like to talk to you. No, it's not good. It is conversation. And something else. When we are starting to pray, always we have Jesus' attention. God is always listening to us. Please remember, always. So Holy Week. Today we are celebrating Holy Thursday. Holy Thursday, it's all priest feast, because we are remember our ordination day. We remember this day when we says yes fully to God, because we promised to do what He's asking us for, to do what He did. And also during Holy Thursday, in most dioceses in this world, in the morning the bishop in the diocese cathedral and is celebrating the Chrism Mass. When the diocese is much bigger, like ours, the diocese, is huge, and New Mexico is a little bigger than Poland. Can you believe it? So Chrism Mass is a couple days before Holy Thursday, because about the distance. But during the Mass, we all priests, we are renewing our priesthood vows. This one who is married after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 or 50 gold, wedding anniversary, you are renewing your wedding vows, marriage vows. We priests, we are doing the same every year. Also, we are renewing our promise to be obedient to the local bishop. Not just that bishop, maybe not just. Not that bishop will tell, please stand here and dance. No, because it is nothing about this obedience. But we will do everything the best what we can do to serve, him as local shepherd, to serve and to be his helpers or priest helper. And also that we will do the best what we can do daily to serve our local church. So yes, today we can tell it is our anniversary. And I was ordained June 1st. And I celebrated my first Mass by myself, my family parish, June 2nd. But every day, this is my feast, and other priest feast. And I would like to tell you, we can also call that today, it is my priest birthday. Because when I was ordained, I started new life. And I wish to tell that better life, because it is very unique, special life. And if better will be if I will be a saint priest. I am not a saint. I'm a sinful person. I need confession, not just to hear people's confession. I need to confess my sins, because sometimes I am better, but I am not good enough. I know that, I have many things that I am not proud what I did in the past. I cannot change it. I can be just truly sorry. I ask God for forgiveness, and I now try to be better human, to be better son to my mom, to be better Catholic Christian, to be better priest. So it is why Holy Thursday is all about it, to think about my daily life, because my daily life has just one name: priesthood. By the way, I would like to tell you that my first Mass I celebrated many, many years ago. I was ordained 19 years ago in 2002, so almost 19, full 18. But I celebrated my first Mass a little after my first communion. I know, sounds crazy. Some of you already know this story, but if you don't, I would like to tell you. Before first communion, I cannot wait when I will be altar server. And then finally, my pastor, he gave me the permission that I can serve. I had very quick private training, and I started to serve. It was one from the best days in my whole life, that I could serve God and my priest. And then couple times, probably many, I celebrated the Mass in my room. And so I had no host, but I had bread, so I prepared bread. I had not wine, right? But I had some juice. I had congregation, couple of friends from my neighborhood, from my condominium. I remember it was Wojtek, Jasiu, Piotrek, Magda, Ella. So I had a couple of kids, but I would like to tell you that this Mass, this time, was invalid Mass. What do you think? Why? And I believe that now some of you will tell, because I was not ordained priest. Yes, you are right, but it is not what I'm thinking now. Because, I had the wine and bread. You are absolutely right, but it is not what I'm thinking. It is not what it's here. I would like to tell you. Oh, because maybe I had no vestment. Probably you are right too, but still it is not what I mean. Because because was not really consecration. You are right, but I had my book, so I followed, so I tried to the best. So I would like to tell you why this Mass was invalid. Because we had no collection. Of course, it is just joke. It was in Mass, valid Mass, because I was just a child. But now it's different story. I am ordained priest. And I love to celebrate Mass. Because during the Mass, each priest is in persona Christi, altar Jesus. During the Mass, you see priest face. But it is not still the same priest. It is Jesus who by himself is celebrating the Mass. It is why Holy Thursday is so important, because Jesus celebrated the first Mass. He broke the bread. He shared his body and the blood. And we are doing exactly the same what he did 2,000 years ago. It is not just a symbol. Jesus is present. He is real. And he's teaching us about it. During Holy Eucharist, God is sharing his love. It is why this day is very important. First, Holy Eucharist. And now, it is so hard that you are home and you cannot come to participate fully for the Mass. But if you will participate before TV when the Mass especially is live streaming, and you really can participate because God is listening to you. And we know that God can see what is secret. So first, during communion, even spiritual communion, Jesus is coming here. He's coming to our hearts. So I would like really to ask you, today, 7 p.m., we'll have the live streaming Mass. I will celebrate this Mass for all of you, for us. Please, if it's possible, participate for the Mass. And also, please pray for your priest. Please pray for me, because I really would like to be good priest, which is not easy. I know it is not easy to be a good husband, good wife, good child, student, doctor, lawyer, etc., etc. We know it. It is why we should pray for each other. I pray for you. I need your prayer. Holy Thursday, the Last Supper. Jesus is spending this time with his loved ones. It is the party, it is the banquet, but it is the banquet just before when he will be arrested. He will be prisoner. He will be really alone. But this everything what will be next, about it, we'll talk tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll celebrate Good Friday. God bless you and have a blessed Holy Thursday.